All right. Welcome back to the GTR Podcast. Um, I'm Alex. This is also Dan. Uh, you can unmute yourself. Well, what are you doing?
Welcome back to the GTR Podcast. Like he said, he's Alex. I'm Dan. I muted myself, guys, if y'all didn't notice.
Yeah, I was like, why am I doing the intro? This never happens.
but
Um, but yeah. Anyway, last week we had a lot of technical difficulties. We were both really busy throughout the week, so we couldn't record again.
I can tell you what
Currently,
happened because it's on me. This one is on me, bro. So we was recording. Good episode. Two solid fire content.
it was nice. It was good. It was good.
Content was A1. Why did I record it not as a sound thing, but as a video thing, and it couldn't transfer over to a different file? I went on Twitter and asked for help. I got help, and that still didn't work. So we're here. It was a great
We're
pod
here.
too.
I guess we just accidentally took last week off.
But we back. We
And
back.
honestly, I like that more because I think we have got a better format.
Yes, we do.
Um, we're
But,
just kind of because we've missed 2 weeks. We're gonna try to take like a few minutes, talk about each team.
and what's going on with their like current standing and spots, and like what are we seeing from these teams, and how are they acting, like adjusting to this new season, stuff like that. So if you're going to hear about a little bit about every other team, some teams will be longer than others because some teams are trash, some teams are good. There's
Some
no way
teams
to
have
put
more
it.
going on than others.
Thank you. That's a way nice way of saying it. See, that's why we have
Yeah,
Alex. That's why we have Alex.
yeah. Um,
Lakers.
eh, what else am I gonna say? Currently, by the way, this will probably go out on like
Saturday morning.
Sunday night or Monday morning, some shit like that.
It's coming out
Um,
Saturday.
Sunday, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do any of the editing shit because I'm a lazy ass and don't know how to do it. That's the main reason. But yeah. Um, currently though, we are recording this on Friday, so like Friday
But
night, I
yeah.
believe. Currently, New Orleans and Phoenix are in the second half. I have not looked at the score. I probably should, but it's okay.
You know what I can say?
Um,
I can say currently K got a 39-point game, 9 assists,
hey,
something like that.
we'll get on to you guys. We'll get on to you guys.
But like you said, real quick, this episode is gonna be more about every team getting a little feel, getting a little time on the spot. So if you're gonna hear your team, you're gonna hear your team. If you like the stuff you say about your team, you like it. If we don't,
Yeah,
you don't.
and if as we say with everything, if we say something that you disagree with, it's because you think a certain thing, and we specifically want to piss you off.
I know,
Um,
right? I know, right?
yeah, that's exactly why.
Yep.
Anyway, let's get started with the team that is. I'm gonna go through standings
The
first
only
through
undefeated
15th in
team.
the East, first through 15th in the West. So we're ending on the Lakers, which is hilarious. Okay.
But we start with the only undefeated team in the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Are they?
Yeah, only
Shit,
team,
yeah.
only team. Um,
Let's start with the Bucks. Yeah. So
uh,
they're currently 4-0. Giannis is Giannis. Um, I don't know. Although something I'm gonna be honest, when watching them with the eye test, I don't know if it's just me not remembering that they're not the greatest regular season team, but they feel a little bit clunky, which it's fine. It's early in the season.
it's the missing of
It's
Chris
an
Middleton.
adjustment period.
Just the
No, Chris
missing of Chris
Middleton
Middleton.
definitely doesn't help, but especially in that Philly game, um,
Opening night for them. Opening night for both teams. Ah,
opening. No. We played Philly on the first night.
oh yeah,
We'll
yeah.
get on to both teams, but I don't know. Just felt kind of clunky. Just didn't really feel great. Um, you know, when Giannis would drive, it didn't feel like felt like they were defending it more easily than you'd want them to, but at the same time, also other scorers that was also just a hideous game.
It was.
I'll be real.
It was,
Like
but I do want to credit somebody in that game real quick since we're talking about Milwaukee
yeah, go
Bucks.
ahead.
Brook Lopez is him.
Oh yeah, Brook
Is him.
Lopez did
He
really well.
he guarded Embiid and was splashing threes. Like if he can stay healthy and do that consistently, because the defense did drop off from last season to this season. But again, this is like 3-4 games into the season. But his defense, because he's getting older, so obviously when you're older, not as good movement laterally, whatever. But his defense is really with no Chris Middleton, and they're still undefeated, and they're going to get solid teams. Obviously, the record doesn't show on certain teams, but they're going to get solid playoff teams that you're going to see in the playoffs. They look strong without Chris Middleton.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Very impressed.
Yeah, I'm impressed with them. Once again, Giannis is Giannis. Interested to see what happens going throughout the stretch, and I think they'll pick up and they'll pass the eye test a bit better.
But their defense has been
we can
elite,
move
though.
on?
Their defense has been elite. Yeah, we can move on, but their defense has been elite.
Yeah, there's not too much to say. Milwaukee's still Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee's still number one. The second team.
Trey off ball hasn't been the most impressive thing in the world, but at the same time, it's working. They're 4-1 and they look pretty damn good.
Okay.
The defense is suffering a bit, which was what's going to happen with the Trae Young team.
Right.
But
they're 4-1, but they face some bad teams though.
Yeah, they haven't played.
They haven't faced a team where I'm like, okay, like you did this against a good either defense or offensive team that can keep up with you.
Yeah.
But like you said, Trae Young has been all right off ball. Nothing great, nothing bad. Efficiency wise, everybody on that team needs the backcourt needs to be more efficient. But even so, they're 4-1 without them being efficient. So imagine what they can be efficient. This backcourt looks better than the Cleveland backcourt right now, though. Even though
Darius Garland's injured, but
yeah, that's why I said
it's really disappointing. But once again, we'll get on to Cleveland in a second, I believe very soon.
Yep, very
literally soon. The next team. And the thing is, the Atlanta backcourt, it's working, kind of. I thought the first couple weeks really were going to be really awkward. It hasn't been that awkward. So it's only going to get better from here. And it's not bad to start with. So,
and I think are both of agendas of having being able to sit Trae Young for long periods of time where DeJounte can take over the offense, and we're actually seeing them being switchable, so they both don't have to play. But when at the end of the games they both want to play, it's working out very well.
And DeJounte's also scoring more than I thought he would, which
he fried my business tonight. Fried the fuck out of these. But his mid-range game is really automatic, and he's not the greatest three-point shooter, and we all know that, but he can create space in that mid-range, and everybody pays attention to it because he is shifty. He's shifty as hell.
Yeah. He's way more shifty than I remember him being, which is good. Trey's been inefficient to start, but he's Trae Young.
He's Trae Young. He can be inefficient and still give you 30 and 10. So
yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. One thing. This will be the last thing for me. Trae Young is the new James Harden of masterminding the refs to get to their free throw line. Oh my God.
I've been saying that shit for a while.
It's annoying to watch, but I'm don't put your hand there. He Oscar nominee, Oscar at selling, bro. Oscar, Hall of Fame first ballot.
All right.
That was Yep.
Okay. I'll probably start complaining about it when we play Atlanta, but it's okay. Next team, Got the Cleveland Cavaliers, team that's also been really impressive.
A new acquire
You look
backcourt
like you're
too.
about to say something.
No, go ahead. You got it. You got it.
Okay. Darius Garland got injured, I believe, at the start of the second game, which was really disappointing. But Donovan Mitchell is really, 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 really good at basketball. So I believe he scored 30 in every single game he's played. I'm going to go look, but go on your spiel real quick.
I think he did score 30, but Donovan Mitchell, he's what I expected him to be in Cleveland. A bucket getter, somebody who makes the game a lot easier for the next ball handler up. One thing I do want Donovan Mitchell to work on, and I've been watching it, you have two elite bigs. Give them the ball, like in lob threat situations. And of course, Darius Garland's going to have a factor in that and throwing lobs and pick and rolls. But Donovan, you don't got Rudy Gobert no more. You got people who can actually like get that shit. Throw it to him.
Oh, shit. Let me just say real quick. Against Orlando, they did win, but he scored 14. But literally, other than that, it's 30, 31, 32, 37, 14. Then he just dropped fucking 41 against the Celtics.
And it's an efficient, like he's getting efficient.
Yeah, shot 57%, 53. In the 37-point game, he shot 41, but it's fine. 26 in the 14-point game, and then he just shot 58%. He's good.
He's good, and it's making their offense so good. Like their offense is so good now because my X factor coming into the season for Cleveland was Karis LeVert and see how good he was going to be. Karis LeVert,
he just dropped like 30. He dropped like
41.
40.
He dropped 41,
yeah.
right? Hey, yo, they might. Hey, yo, Isaac Okoro. If you not, because
and also someone who's impressed me on that team, who I forgot played on that team, but I actually really like in general, is Jetty Osman. He's been. There was one play at the end of the game today where Derek White was just trying to not dribble out the clock. He was trying to get the ball to Jason Tatum, who was trying to just get it in the high post against Jetty Osman. He would not let Jason Tatum get the ball. Jason Tatum has some long-ass arms covering all of its space. It was impossible for him. But he's kind of, I'm not saying impressed me, but it was like, oh yeah, he's there. And he can play minutes. And yeah. Now there was also in the Bulls game, for the first few minutes, more than few minutes, I think it was like 8 or so minutes, I was like, I think I tweeted, without Darius Garland, the Cavs offense just looks almost lost. And then he just turned it on, and there's been no going back since.
I feel like with Darius Garland being out, because we always knew Donovan can be a combo guard. I feel like he's taking the point guard role like as a facilitator more like deeply because he has better talent around him. This is probably the best talent he has around him for a minute, or who isn't old. And he wants to show that he can play winning basketball like at a high level. We know he can do it in Utah, but he wants to make a deep run in the playoffs this season. And the way he's coming out, he's not taking. Go ahead.
He wants to show that he can do it on a championship team.
There you go. He wants to show, and he's playing. Besides the 2 games that he was inefficient and didn't score 20, he's been that guy. He's been that guy. Cleveland, keep it up. The next team is your team, actually.
The Boston Celtics. And Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have been really, 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 really good. Other than that, Malcolm Brogdon's been as expected. Derek White's been shooting a bit better. Marcus Smart is as expected. But the problem is especially the interior defense with Robert Williams out has been terrible. when I say terrible, I mean we have to play fucking. Today we had to play Luke Cornett like 20 or so minutes. Yeah, it was bad.
Because Al Horford no
And then there was one game against. Fuck. It was against Orlando, which we still won, but Al Horford had to sit. And it just looked really, really bad. The defense. I'm concerned. I'm really concerned about the defense right now.
interior
We
or
were able
perimeter.
to really interior. Because we were able to survive without Robert Williams at the end of last season. More than survive, we were still pretty good. But then we just kind of forgotten how to play. Now I forgot that Grant Williams was suspended for a game for doing. I don't even know.
He hit a ref.
Made
He hit a ref.
contact with the referee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's an automatic suspension no matter what. So
I know. I don't like it though. Refs are getting soft, and I've been standing by that.
refs are really taking over the game, but I'll go to that when I get to my team. But go ahead.
They need to go back to the fixing foul baiting thing. That's like something that's just been pissing me off throughout the season.
W Alex. That's a W Alex team.
Yeah. There's other than like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have both been playing well in games, which is not something we saw a lot of last season. I think that's been the case in most of the games this season, at least 3 of the 5. So
let me talk about Boston real quick. Tatum. The season I had you in third as an MVP candidate. You have not disappointed. Tatum, yeah. I made fun of you last season in the playoffs because in the fourth quarter you was not Tatum. But Tatum, that backcourt's scary. That backcourt is scary. And this season I was really worried about you missing Al Horford, not Al Horford, Rob Williams, Danilo Gallinari. Like you missing a lot of pieces that you bring in. Oh, you don't have a drop off. Going fine. That backcourt, Alex, that backcourt is gonna go like call it backcourt, front court, whatever you want to call it. They are a top
the wings.
Top three duo in the league.
Definitely.
Top 3. Maybe number 1, actually, when we come and think about it. Just because of they're learning how to play as. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like I love using this phrase. They've dragged us kicking and screaming to a winning record. I love using that phrase. Like Aaron Judge just dragged the Yankees kicking and screaming to the playoffs, and then turns out he can't carry them. Yeah.
This
funny.
You're gonna be like y'all over there in Boston. Got nothing to worry about because Rob Williams is gonna come back. Like y'all, like on the surface, it seems like it because of the interior defense, but the way that how juggernaut your offense is in those 2 players alone, and those 2 players can give you 70 by themselves, and the other players just got to get their regular point spread. You're fine. Your defense.
So that is a good thing for once Rob Williams is back. The defense probably won't be on the level as last year, but it should be pretty close. And
you won't be playing, no matter what, you won't be playing Noah Vonleh or Luke Cornett when you have Rob Williams starting and or you have Al Horford coming off like you won't be playing at least 2 rotational centers when it comes down to winning games.
Yeah. And I'm fine with playing Noah Vonleh in like a few minutes not in playoffs. I wasn't going to say in playoffs. In the regular season, I don't give a shit. It's regular season. But in the playoffs, that can't happen. So you do bring up a good point that the offense is looking significantly better.
A lot better, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all
But
are talking every possession on the offensive end of where like what is going to happen and where guys got to be at. Um,
yeah,
and
but the problem is really for me, like when I've been watching, I'm like, okay, awesome, we keep scoring. But every time I'm like, okay, time to get a stop. Fuck's sake. Okay, time to get a stop. For fuck's sake. Time to get a stop. Get a fucking stop. And they just can't. Um, yeah. Hopefully it gets better.
it will. It will. Rob Williams come back. You won't be playing two non-rotational centers.
Yeah.
You might just be playing one.
Yeah.
The next team is New York. I want to talk about New York actually.
Hey,
New
go
York,
ahead.
New York.
I'll try to stay back, especially because I'm very biased against New York.
That's why New York, y'all are playing very, very solid. Um,
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson is the point guard y'all definitely needed. Like definitely needed. The man does not turn the ball over. He's efficient. He makes sure everybody gets involved in the offensive end. Mitch Robinson looks pretty damn well, and that pick and lob to Mitchell Robinson. Y'all the defense are still annoying. Your defense is still annoying. Offense still tries to stay afloat at some points, but Jalen Brunson being the main lead playmaker and not having all the ball handling playmaking duties on Julius Randle is a W. RJ Barrett is taking a step back on defense, but what I can say is RJ Barrett is learning how to be the guy that tries to keep things together when Jalen Brunson is not on the court. So basically being that glue guy who he's going to get his and he's going to make sure everybody else is going to be in the right spot to try to get theirs. That's one thing I can say about the Knicks today, about this season. Y'all are very communicative on what are y'all going to do and how y'all going to run. And y'all will play the whole 48 minutes, which that has never changed. Y'all playing the whole 48 minutes. You're going to play defense because you have to play defense to get a take on the Knicks. But your offense looks very solid and very better than what I thought it was going to be in Jalen Brunson's hands. So great job, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, definitely. Um, their offense is kind of where I expected it to be. Um, just not exactly how I thought RJ would be better than this, but oh well. Um, what else am I gonna say? But then once again, the defense isn't looking as bad as I thought it would. I thought because of the
I thought Brunson's
player
going
for
to
player,
do.
the the front court, no, backcourt defense is not good at all. But it's ended up being pretty good. So far. Played your first really good team today in Milwaukee and lost, but
That's
everyone's
Giannis.
lost to Milwaukee so far.
Right.
So you got some slack. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed. Definitely a playing team at least. Could end up being a playoff team.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Y'all in the right direction. Julius Randle is having a bounce back here, so you're
Yeah,
fine. You're solid.
yeah.
The next team is the
Uh,
Washington Wizards. If I'm right.
Washington Wizards. Um, I'll be honest. I haven't watched much of Washington. I
I
watched
have.
Washington against the Bulls.
I have.
Go ahead.
Bradley Bill and Porzingis is actually solid. Um, like it's really solid. It's like really solid, and like if they had like better defenders next to them, they can make a run. Like not even like a joke. Like, I'm not joking. I'm genuinely saying they can make a run to be like second round, probably second round exit. Just because that key.
The East is too stacked. Come on.
No, I said the same thing while watching the Wizards games. Then I realized like Bradley Bill's decision making has jumped from last year to this year when it comes in things that he was really poor in last season. How to get it out the pick and roll when the trap is coming, when he knows when the hedge is coming. At this point, I consider Bradley Beal a point guard at this point of what he's doing in the pick and roll sets and when the hit, like he knows what kind of sets is getting thrown at him. And he has a big who's actually a shooting threat and a lob threat where he knows what passes to make in that situation scenario. Also, an underrated pickup. Y'all love him. Yo, Will Barton. Will Barton, amazing pickup. Amazing pickup. Amazing pickup.
Definitely.
But y'all rookie Johnny Davis, he's so bad. Johnny Davis is so bad, like
He
terrible.
hasn't seen the floor. I'll be honest. I don't know if I said it on the pod, but I was not really a big believer in Johnny Davis going into it.
Hey, yo, Alex, they're dragging Johnny Davis. They are dragging Johnny Davis. I think today he put up a Tony Snell night, bro. Twice.
Did he play tonight?
He played tonight. Wait. He played tonight, but did he play tonight? That's an actual. He put up 2 Tony Snell nights back to back. One against the Pistons. He didn't do anything. His PER is a -21. Like he's bad, bro. He's bad. Yeah, but besides that, Denny Avdia, he a lockdown. Denny Avdia is a lockdown.
Oh yeah,
he's a lockdown.
He's been a lockdown.
And I've been pushing this narrative. It hasn't been on the pod, but it's been people I've been talking to, basketball stuff, just in talks. Denny Avdia at point guard? It might be a real thing. Hey, yo, Alex, don't do that. Don't do that.
Johnny Davis, you know what? He got 2 points in 2 fouls in 7 minutes and an assist. You know what?
Bad. He's been bad. His defensive lapse has been terrible.
I'm looking at tonight. You know what? 7 fucking minutes. So let's.
All right. You said you haven't watched. I watched the Wizards because one of the Wizards was my God.
The only game I watched was Wizards Bulls, and I don't believe Johnny Davis played. So
for a reason. But
yeah, Johnny Davis did absolutely nothing. Shot 0 for 2 against the Pistons. Okay. To make a better conclusion, I do think, to really, really evaluate him, he's going to actually need to play minutes, but he's shown no reason.
His mid-range shot is...
He's not shown anything that he's not, how do I say this?
He hasn't shown anything to see that he gets prominent minutes even as a rookie.
Yeah, he hasn't shown why he should get minutes.
Yeah.
So
Johnny Davis is 4'11".
Yeah, he's giving the coach no reason to give him minutes. So
we thought his mid-range shot would translate, or his rebounding, or his defense.
Now, of course, we're not at their practices, all that stuff, but from the outside view, I don't know.
It's Johnny Davis looked like he was just taking too high. I'm gonna just say that. Doesn't look like he's been taking too high.
We'll see.
The next team is the Chicago Bulls.
Yep.
Y'all missing Lonzo. Y'all missing Lonzo, baby.
They were missing Lonzo, but it hasn't been as bad as I thought. Now, the loss to the Wizards was not good.
Not at all.
Not at all.
And then lost to the Spurs too. Oof.
That was. Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they lost to the Spurs, which is concerning. But they've beaten Miami, who are kind of a contender, and they've beaten Boston, who are a contender. I don't know what to make of them. I don't know what to make of the Bulls.
The Bulls, y'all are missing Lonzo, like I said, like a lot actually. AO been solid in his starter role, solid. DeMar DeRozan is still. DeMar DeRozan is still on Debo time. He's still on Debo time. But Patrick Williams, he's not.
Because the thing is, the whole thing with him is he's gonna be an okay shooter, just put in a lot of effort and do the little things. He hasn't really been doing the little things.
He hasn't been,
So
yeah.
that's
And his shooting is
he
still
just
not
hasn't
up to
been that
par.
good.
His shooting is not what we thought it was going to be. But people from Bulls camps calling him the mini Kawhi, the paw instead of the claw. Yeah,
Fuck off.
yeah. Y'all can go for that walk. Y'all can go for that walk. But y'all are really missing the perimeter defense of both of those guys. One is hurt and one is just doesn't care anymore. From what I'm seeing, he doesn't get that much effort as he was in the first 2 years. But
Yeah.
but you're lucky that you have a guy named DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine is coming back healthy. So you're lucky about those two.
And I'll be honest, Vucevic hasn't looked that bad.
He hasn't, and Drummond has been looking solid also, actually.
Yeah, Drummond hit fucking went 3 for 3 from 3 in preseason, which was just fucking
crazy.
hilarious.
He was walking and pulling up, bro. He was walking and pulling up, boy. He was walking to the shots.
Bro, what the fuck is going on?
But go ahead.
Yeah, we good to move on. I don't have too much more to add about the Bulls.
Yeah, we're good to move on.
Yeah. Next thing, Toronto.
Pascal
have
Siakam
I watched the Raptors game this season?
I hope so. Because Pascal Siakam is him.
Oh yeah, I've seen a box score, but I don't like talking about after only seeing the box score. But I've seen Pascal Siakam's box score, and it's been ridiculous.
Pascal Siakam is a player that I want in Detroit. That's not saying much.
I've taken him fucking Boston.
That's not saying much because every team was like an all NBA player. But what I mean by that is Pascal at this point, because I never thought he can be number one on the championship team. He still isn't. But having him as like your number two, if you have a really elite one, and people be like, duh, he had Kawhi, but like he has grown into be like when he had Kawhi over there, he was like, you're kind of a number two, maybe a number three. Now, like he could be, actually, I'm gonna just say it because he's better than Jaylen Brown, and like he's better than Jaylen Brown. And the way he impacts the game from his playmaking has skyrocketed. And we're talking about a person who has Scotty Barnes on the floor, who's a good playmaker, Fran VanVleet, who's a good playmaker. At this point, I'm really seeing Pascal bring up the ball damn near half of the time, and the other people just spot up.
Yeah, he's been really impressive from his box score, and like I did watch a few minutes of the game, and he did well. I don't remember what the fuck they were against, but he's one of those guys who I feel like he's just always been underrated. He had a down year a couple of years ago, and then people kind of forgot about him. No, Pascal. He's very good.
He's very good, and he gives opposing centers, hell, like hell, and like I know that's correct. Me saying that as well because they lost to Philly and Embiid didn't play, but the way Pascal, like the attention that's drawn to him is more than like I thought Scotty was going to get more attempts and stuff like that, like be more of the player who you're like Scotty is like Scotty Barnes, and we're going to have him run the offense, or we're going to have him being the person we want the attention to. Pascal jumped on that and said, "Hey, he's got to work for that. Like he's a rookie, he's good, but he has to work for that." And Pascal has been by far the best player on the team, like by far. It's no like last year was is it Pascal, Scott Barnes, Fred VanVleet, all three of them can go on. No, it's been a clear cut Pascal Siakam show. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Mm-hmm. Pascal, if you ever want to come out of Toronto,
how's Scotty looked?
Scotty looked? Fraud. A fraud. Okay. That's my Detroit hating. But Scotty has looked very, very all right. defense has dropped back a little bit. This overrated. I feel like he was overrated on how good he is on defense and blah blah blah. His defense has dropped down on perimeter, but his help side defense has been really good from what I've seen. But also
Yeah,
his
and I
three
feel
point,
like that's probably going to come with experience.
he still gets to the rack. He still bullies his way to the rack and stuff like that. His 3 point shot has been really like at this point. I might start respecting him from the corner at this point. Like last season, I wouldn't respect him from the corner. Like he was, if he hit it, he hit it. Hey, yo, catch fire. Now this season, you actually have to put a hand up, and that's another reason why I feel like Pascal's playmaking has evolved because now you have to actually like worry about him trying not to go off. I feel like he's getting a little bit less shot attempts from this season than last season, but since Pascal has been on one, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But that's my spell for Toronto. Toronto, good job, good job, and that kind of hurts me saying that, but good job. Um,
All right. Charlotte. LaMelo's injured. You know what? They're sustaining. They don't look abysmal without LaMelo,
I haven't watched this Charlotte game at all.
but ugh,
One thing I can say about Charlotte actually, Dennis Smith Jr. is actually playing really solid for Charlotte.
yeah, that's one
Um,
thing. That's the only thing I can really take away. Dennis
that
Smith Jr. looks pretty damn good.
that um, I have three things actually. I have three things. Dennis Smith
Okay.
Jr., you're really good. I don't know why Mark Williams is not getting any more minutes. No, any like
I
more
want to
minutes.
see him get
He's not playing
minutes.
a lot. He's
Yes,
not
Nick
playing a lot.
Richards. Yes,
But
Nick Richards has looked all right, but I want to see Mark Williams.
I want to see Mark Williams because you took him over Jalen Duren. But Mark Williams, you need to play. I want him to play more. Um, Also, the Nick Richards. Nick Richards looks very solid as a screen setter and as a lob player. What you want, Mason Plumlee is not your starter center. You're going to move away from him at trade deadline. You just are. And Gordon Hayward, please, Gordon Hayward. We know that you want to win. Don't say what you said publicly, um, saying that I agree the Lakers could use me. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Don't say that. But but besides that, when I'm just saying y'all still fun, and y'all announced team is still fun, so it don't matter. Like,
Yeah,
y'all are them. But that's all I got for Charlotte because that's
I
all I've
yeah.
been.
I
I'm
hope
sorry,
they end up doing another tank because they, with
Victor.
Miles Bridges doing the shit he did, um, it's kind of Lamelo and no one. So, well, Lamelo, Terry, and no one.
James Booknight has been on one, but sadly he just got a charge that's been off the court too. So y'all got some.
Yeah,
I'll say this: Charlotte, deal with your off the court issues first before we start really deal with our own court issues first.
yeah,
That's one thing I can say with Charlotte.
yeah.
Um,
Next, good.
yeah,
Not too much to say with Charlotte. Philly, uh, 0-3, not a good start. Not a good start, but they played some good teams other than losing to the fucking Jazz. But we'll also get onto the Jazz because it's hilarious. Um, Harden looks really good. Embiid not so much. Embiid's not been in shape, but he'll get into shape. I'm not worried. I'll be honest, I'm not worried. Well, their bench scoring does worry me. That so yeah. Um, what worries me and what should worry everyone, bench scoring. D'Anthony Melton started to look better. Tyrese Maxey looks incredible. And it's not too much else. Tobias Harris has been good from three. Can't say the same about PJ Tucker, but he'll wake up. That's fine. They'll be fine.
Philly fans, bro. Y'all thought y'all did it. Y'all thought y'all got James Harden. The first game you was like, oh, James Harden. I do not believe in James
No.
Harden.
He's looked good.
I do not believe in James Harden for the simple fact is their offense gets stale when James Harden has the ball. But I tell you this, I stand on this take. Tyrese Maxey is the second best player on that team. Tyrese Maxey.
He has been for the first 6 games. Yes.
Tyrese Maxey has been the second best player on this team. Just because the way when he has the ball, the offense actually moves and the offense is actually active and is running. Joel Embiid wants to
I
be
feel
in
like
a
that
pick
is
and roll.
more of a coaching thing, though. I don't. Doc Rivers, thanks for the 08 title. And thanks for kind of slowing Philly down. But it is like, at what point do you look at it like
I'm the problem.
Doc Rivers kind of has to
Dinosaur washed.
take some fault? Like, the offense looks so stagnant a lot of the times.
But to be fair, the
And yes,
offense
it's
looks
hard in
stagnant when
ISO
James
ball.
Harden has it, though.
Yes,
Tyrese,
it's hard in ISO ball, but they haven't even tried to run anything. And when Harden's having an off night, there's nothing for him to do, really. I think they've got to make something more complicated.
but that's on Harden though, because this has been a Harden thing. No. Doc Rivers, you've been asked. You're not wrong about that, Alex. Doc Rivers, you've been asked. But Harden, when he does not have the ball in his hands, or is not the I like to say this. This is my thing. Where you're not the hub, the offensive hub, he doesn't really want to be there, or he doesn't really want to show up. When he is, he talking, he's celebrating. When I saw Tyrese Maxey with the ball, and I'm gonna stand on this the whole season. When I saw Tyrese Maxey with the ball, everybody was running. When he had the ball, Joel Embiid was doing high pick and rolls. Instead of being in the 3-point line, he was down in the post working. He was working. And to prove my point, Tyrese Maxey, off ball player, really, really good. I thought the 3-point shooter was not going to keep up. I'm stupid. He went 10 for 12 tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Tyrese Maxey, I feel like he has more chemistry with everybody around him, like everybody on the team, than James Harden just having more chemistry with James Harden having more chemistry with Embiid. Tyrese Maxey tries to get everybody involved when James Harden just tries to get his big man involved. And for his past track records, his big man has only been lob threats. So having Joel Embiid when he should be the best player and the player you really focus on, while James Harden is the center, is like the core, and Embiid is your superstar, your MVP player. I feel like he's the other way around, and I feel like Harden has a lot to do with that.
I don't know. Yeah. Embiid needs to get into shape, and he was injured in the offseason, and that's part of why he's not in shape right now. I don't know. I do think they'll figure it out. They'll be fine. Harden has looked good for scoring. The pick and roll against Boston on opening night looked pretty good. It's just not gone anywhere from there. So
what do? Give the fucking ball to Tyrese Maxey. Please. I've seen enough of this James Harden experience trying to work. I know you've seen it, Alex. I know you just told me you did. If it's not the pick and roll there, nothing else is happening in that offense. Correct when Harden has the ball.
Shit.
With Tyrese, a lot more is happening in the pick and roll. If the pick and roll is not happening, if the pick and roll is not working, we have Embiid at the top of the key, hand off to Tyrese.
There's also Tyrese Maxey plays at a much higher pace,
which Doc Rivers has been preaching the whole season. He wants to play at a better pace. When Harden has the ball, you're not playing at no better pace. You're playing so slow that, you know. Oh, and y'all defense has been very below average. Like, y'all defense has been very
and I think, and that's because Joel Embiid's defense has, because they rely on Embiid a lot, and because he's not been in shape, his defense is also not looked great. But once he's in shape, I think it'll be easier to evaluate them.
But that's all I'm saying. Tyrese Maxey, you should get the ball more.
I do want to see Tyrese Maxey do more.
Next team is Indy.
Next we have the Pacers. Ben Math is really, really good. Tyrese Halliburton's really, really good.
He's become a way better shooter than I thought he was going to be. He's become a way better
Oh,
shooter.
yeah.
A lot better.
So, and the thing is, they're losing games, and their players that they're trying to develop look good. That's kind of exactly what they're trying to do. So
the thing about them is the games they've been losing has been fun to watch, actually.
exactly. Indiana's been fun to watch. I haven't really been able to say that about an Indiana team since
Paul George.
Yeah.
Right. Ben Mathurin, you are a bucket, and you need to start. You need to be starting.
He needs to start, yeah.
Miles Turner, please get healthy. I want to see you play almost a damn entire
I'm
season.
sorry. When I read that thing on how he just got injured, I'm like,
what?
because
Miles?
wasn't it he
Go ahead.
slipped on like the wet? What the fuck did he do?
If I'm not wrong, he slipped and like the floor was wet and he slipped onto a wet floor sign or next to a wet floor sign, some shit like that. And like he just missed time.
Let me.
And then he stepped, or I think it was either that or he stepped on somebody's leg or something like that.
Yeah,
it didn't happen in a game. It happened I'll step on somebody's leg and I won't get hurt off of it. Like it was wild actually. But Tyrese Maxey and Ben Mathurin, y'all backcourt. Y'all got a backcourt. Y'all got a backcourt.
Okay, wait.
I'll have a backcourt. Also, Buddy Hield
He landed on the foot of a ball boy and sprained his ankle. I'm sorry.
Like, I work at a gym. I bumped into somebody. I don't have a broken arm.
Oh my no, I'm sorry. Like I feel bad at that point, but that's really funny.
It's funny. It's funny because like what? Don't you get hit by NBA players? Oh, ball boy took you out. That's tough. Hey, yo, W Riz to that ball boy. W's to that ball boy.
Not really too much to say about the Pacers. Losing games, developing players, but still fun. Miami's gotten off to a pretty damn slow start. Bam, I think on his first night was 3 for 16. I don't know. They feel stagnant.
He was right. They missed that power forward role a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
They just feel stagnant, and it's going to be one of those types of years when everyone else has gotten better. They've just kind of, once again, how many times am I going to use the words stagnant or stagnated? But they've stagnated. Everyone else has gotten better. So they've gotten off to a slow start. They'll be fine.
When are we going to say that Kyle Lowry contract is a bad contract?
Right now.
Okay. So they got 2 bad contracts. They have 2.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Very, very, very rarely do you see a team be successful with 2 bad contracts.
Duncan.
I love Kyle Lowry. I really do. I'm disappointed.
Y'all bright spot is Tyler Hero has been bugging, so good job, Tyler. Jimmy,
Tyler Hero looks good.
Jimmy, you've been also like you've been a little shaky, Jimmy. But it is regular season, Jimmy, so let me not disrespect because I know what you're about. Yeah. I know what you're about. But Bam, and if y'all were to make good seeding, Bam and Tyler, y'all really the offense. Y'all really are offense. Everybody else got to just, take the show. But Eric Spoelstra is a good coach, and he's going to adjust. I'm not worried.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Brooklyn Nets. Wow, where to start? Kyrie said some more dumb shit. He promoted a movie that is anti-Semitic.
I didn't know that.
Wow, and Ben Simmons. I've been more sympathetic toward Ben Simmons, just like from the human aspect of it. but he's been bad. He's getting 6 points per game. Like, this is bad. He's passing, unless it's like a wide open shot, wide open layup. He's not taking it. And at what point is it just like,
Is it a mental
okay,
thing?
go ahead.
Is it a mental thing with Ben?
It could still be. My guess it is because I think it's an aggression thing. A lot of it's an aggression thing, and that's mental.
And then like he's not been that great on defense either.
Yeah,
Ja Morant made him look stupid. Luka was dancing on him, and Giannis was Giannis. He has not been looking great. Granted, Giannis is Giannis, but Luke, like we expect you to do solid against Luka or Ja. You fouled out against one of those players.
he's not. He just doesn't look great.
You, granted, y'all do have injuries. Let me stop. Y'all
Yeah,
do have injuries.
when
Steph Curry,
you
Joe
have
Harris,
Seth Curry's still out.
Joe
Is
Harris.
Joe Harris
He's
playing?
he's playing, but he's still out. Basically, he's still
Yeah,
out.
okay. And then
And
TJ
TJ Warren.
Warren, once he's back, that's some crucial scoring.
I never want to see a lineup of Ben Simmons and Nick Claxton on the floor ever again. Steve
I know.
Nash.
This
Go ahead. You start on that. You start on that.
no, I saw that. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Steve Nash needs to get fired.
Yeah.
And like, I don't even know if that helped because you still have those two players who suck on offense.
Yeah.
Why did I see, and I know Kyrie is upset. Why did I see Kyrie yell at Ben Simmons when it was an open fast break? He passed it to Kevin Durant just to have Kevin Durant dunk it, even though Ben Simmons was ahead of everybody. Kyrie said, dunk the damn ball, like dunk it. Luckily, KD came in and got the bucket, but Kyrie looked at Ben and he saw Ben pass. He was on the sideline. You can see, dunk the damn ball. Like, what the fuck? You can see Kyrie visibly get mad, but Kyrie to be granted on Kyrie has been a plus defender this season, which I never said that in my seasons of watching Kyrie. You've been a plus defender.
Yeah, he's actually been all right.
2 steals and a block, and
He's
it's
been
not.
impressive.
It's been impressive, and KD's still KD.
Like, I hope Ben Simmons figures it out because he can be a good player. But
He still
man,
could be a high level all-star too. That's the crazy part. Still could be it.
I'm just disappointed.
It's definitely like you expected better. They're not even facing crazy teams like that. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Next.
It's your team. Go ahead.
Hey, K, this one for you, bro. Hey, yo, K, thank you. Thank you for being a Piston, bro. Thank you.
Kate is really fucking good.
Kate is excellent. Ivy. Thank you for being a Piston. Dylan Duran, thank you for being a Piston. But the one person that I can say, I'm like, God damn it, we've got him. Like Troy Weaver, you're him in that front office. Bojan Bogdanovic. I don't know how to. He don't miss. It's really hard for him to miss.
It's fucking.
He's special, man. And I'm saying it like he young. I'm saying like he young. I want him on my team as my Fed. But all seriousness, Cade, you have been on one from the past 3 games. You have been on one. We asked you as a fan base to start taking over games, and you was on that timing for the past 2 games. You started
taking over. Last time we recorded the pod, I said, it's really important because Cade struggled to score in his first couple games. Well, no, it's just the first game.
No, you're right. His
Um,
first couple of games, his first 3 games, he struggled to
he
score.
did. But when we recorded that pod, it was on the Thursday right
Yeah,
after
on
you
the
guys
Pava.
played your first game, and he struggled to score.
Yeah.
But I said I still kind of see it as a plus game from Cade because we know he can score. But every single NBA set, every single great player is able to impact the game when they're not scoring. So I'm impressed with that.
Hey, just for the people who was, because I've been attacked, my fan base has been attacked saying Jalen Green is better. Scotty is better. Um, like I kid you not, Alex, I've been attacked. This, and I'm not gonna throw shit at no other team. Cade, you've really been him in the first two. Mind you, DeJounte Murray is his primary defender in these both games. In the first half, 10 for 15, 20, 22 points. Second game, 20, and by just first half, he had 27. He almost ended with a 40-point triple double. No,
It was
tonight.
ridiculous.
Ivy, you have been better than I thought. Ivy, you might be better than Cade when it comes to certain aspects of having the team play active and run and actually like be locked in the whole like I don't know. Ivy gives off a um different feeling to the game when Cade is not on the floor. And then when they're both on the floor, they're like I'm not gonna say Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown because that's crazy to say, but they have a dynamic of a backcourt where it's so like I'm not gonna stop your progress of how you run the offense. You're gonna run it, and I'm gonna fit into what you're doing when you have the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Jalen Duran,
I
go ahead. Go ahead. Actually.
Ivy's been great. Ivy's been fantastic. Better than I expected. I thought he'd take a second to, really settle in. No, he's been great. Some decision problems, but welcome to watching a rookie in the NBA. Um, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah, do Jalen Duren thing.
Jalen Duran, you need to start. It's 3 things about Jalen Duran. You need to start. You're our best shot blocker and our best rebounder. The only reason why I can see you not starting is because foul double short, and then we don't have another big coming off the bench. Jalen Duran, you have been probably the second. You've been what? I know what Ivy was kind of going to be. I didn't know what your ceiling is super high, super
Yeah,
high. Like the bias is coming out of me, but I don't care. I don't care.
he's been really, really good.
You can really be like, at your best, you can be a Bam Adebayo. At your best, and you're a rookie, and I see you in like in how can I say this in space guard really really good perimeter players. See you stick
Yeah,
Trey Young on the switches.
yeah.
See you stick just
His
Dejounte Murray.
athleticism has really come through.
I didn't know it was gonna be like that though. I didn't. I know his recovery defense was amazing. Alex, he just goes up there
Man,
and gets it.
I know. I think I've watched more Pistons game than Celtics games.
Alex, he goes up there and just Trey Young layup. We know what Trey Young does around the rim. Floater game immaculate. He goes up,
Nah,
bro, punches it. And then every time
he's
he
18.
dunks. He's 18. And it was if you go to NBA University's Twitter, shout out to them. It was when it comes to rebounding, who are actually grabbing the important rebounds and contested rebounds, stuff like that. Jalen Duren is fifth as an 18-year-old. He's in the running
Yeah.
with Mitch Robinson, Rudy Gobert, like good rebounders, great rebounders. He's fifth at a 68 percentile type area. As an 18-year-old.
I've been really impressed with him. Now, in the first game against the Magic, we will get onto the Magic, I believe, last, because I think we're a bit over an hour now.
Yeah.
We can just do, if you want to record on Saturday night and just have 2 loaded up to release them like a couple days apart.
Yeah.
Sounds okay. Awesome. Immaculate planning. he had a couple of turnaround jumpers that I'm just like,
Don't be Andre
shouldn't be
Drummond.
taking those, but it's okay, whatever. He still looked really fucking good. I want him to start for you guys. I really do. Um, two guys who have been kind of underwhelming have been
Don't say
um
it. Don't say it.
I'll
You
go
gonna
light
say
on
it.
one. Beef stew. I love Isaiah Stewart. He had the game winner in the first game.
I still
He's
can't.
just I feel like the athleticism isn't quite good enough
It's not.
for an undersized center.
It's not. And then his shooting that everybody swears in Pistons organization, he can shoot the ball. It's not there. It's not real. He's a fraud from three. He's a fraud. But from mid, his mid is money. His mid is
Oh yeah,
money. But he's a fraud from the 3 point line. One thing I do want to see is us, and I'm seeing us play better against smaller but athletic lineups. So against the Hawks, how they run John Collins at center, Congo at center. We've been in the games more than we have versus like when we played the Knicks, we lost the game in the first quarter. Mitchell Robinson was dominating us.
yeah,
Um, we're missing Nervous Noel. We're missing some injuries, but Cade, I'm glad that you showing from my perspective because I'm heavy on the Pistons fan base and stuff like that. Thank you for showing that you're him. We already knew you were. We just wanted to see it. And one
yeah.
thing, and we can move on after this if you want. One thing I really want to say this. Stop being weird to Ash's, no, Cade's trainer, bro. Stop being weird to him, bro. Like, stop. Stop. Y'all are really weird on Twitter when it comes to one play. And this is just for general. When one person has a bad game, y'all are so weird. Like you're weird for talking shit about somebody else's cousin and other
Yeah.
comment. You're weird. I've seen that 3 times, not even on Pistons, on 3 different organizations. You're weird. You're weird. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't.
Yeah. People, yeah, and I feel like I've kind of done this a couple times. I've tried to get better with it, like overreacting after one bad game. And it's easier to do that with younger guys who haven't quite proven themselves, but yeah.
Alex,
Um
but Alex, you haven't done it at the rate that I've been seeing it for all the young
oh, no,
players
no, no,
around the
I've
league.
seen it. And I've seen you complain about it a shit ton. It's bad.
It's bad.
Um
They were talking about going to. Never mind. Never mind.
yeah, that's um and the last player who I do want to see, and I think he'll be okay. He started last year slow too, is
Sadiq
Sadiq
Bey.
Bey.
We want to bench him in Detroit. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I know. I've seen him like bench Sadiq. I'm like, okay.
Just because Boyan got that chopper. That chopper ready to fly on Boyan. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's the only reason why. And they're both are below average defenders. So
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah, they're both below average.
and the thing is, Sadiq just isn't quite decisive enough.
I like you,
I want him
Alex.
to be more decisive, especially with Ivy and Bogey on the team, plus Cade. You don't need to be creating your own shot. Come on. You don't have to be doing that. You could try it when you're up like 15 or something, or down by a lot. Not,
Yes, Alex, please. Alex, you do this NBA stuff. You do this NBA stuff, dog. You do.
okay.
You do.
Do it when it's not a close game or something. No one needs to see you fucking. You don't
Five
have to be
dribbles.
doing it when you've got three better shot creators on the floor. Maybe not even shot creator, but creating their own opportunity.
Hey, yo.
Just work on that three ball. Call it
Yep.
a day.
Yep. You've done it. You said it.
And work on the defense, which he's got the ability to be a good defender. We've seen it. But yeah, that's really all I have on the Pistons. We spent a long time on both the Pistons and Celtics. Holy shit.
It's our teams. Respectfully, we can.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Y'all might win the chip this year.
We've played fucking 5 games. Calm down, my dude.
But that's 5 games without your rim protector, and without y'all being versatile as y'all can be.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to jump to anything.
I forgot about our last team was Orlando.
Oh yeah, Orlando. Holy shit, Paolo Banchero was really, really fucking good. Like, holy shit. I thought he'd be good. Holy shit. And his playmaking translated really well. His scoring, it was great. His handle's good. His defense, there's some room for improvement, but he's got a really good frame to be a good defender, so that'll come. Really impressed.
Their games has been fun to watch also. Competitive.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say this, and it might be crazy for me to say this just because they're so young. Besides Jokic and a bag of chips, they might be one of the better playmaking front courts in Franz and Paolo. Because even when I watched the Cleveland game, Franz and Paolo was giving Mobley and Allen hell. Because they're both high IQ playmakers. They know how to contort their body to finish around the rim, and different sizes because they're both not the same player in shape and finish in the way they're. But they're going to be a great front court for a good 5 to 8 years together.
Yeah.
Like, their playmaking is very, very well. I've seen a little Franz point because Cole Anthony hasn't been there and Markelle Fultz has been hurt. Yeah. And I like it.
Me too. And they're also just tanking well. Franz has looked good. Developing young players, losing games.
Oh, and Bo has been getting actually valuable minutes.
Oh yeah, Bo. I completely fucking forgot to mention
He's
him.
looked solid.
Going into this, I'm like, okay, Alex, remember to mention Bo. He's looked good.
They don't need Victor when you already got Victor. I'm just saying, he's a pump the brakes.
Okay.
Look. I've seen him. Hey, yo, listen. I seen him play with Bo. Got off the inbound, dribbled up court, a hezzy tween, crossover, pull up, bang. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. Hey, yo, he hit that move so nasty. But Bo, you're getting minutes, and you actually look good. So I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all are developing talent the right way.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's all we ask.
Yeah. Impressed with them. Anyway, we'll do the Western Conference in a bit. There's definitely a lot of talking points over there.
Oh, the West is very more talking than the East this season. But
I think so, yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Rate 5 stars on Spotify, like it on YouTube, share. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, listening.
That was
very
professional. That was great. That was.
Oh, I thought you were like, why the fuck did you say watching?
No, that was. Hey, yo, Alex, bro, that was really great, bro. Holy shit, Alex. Good job, Alex.
Calm down. But yeah. Sorry about last week. Anyway. New pod should be coming a couple days after this one is released.
There's going to be the part 2 coming up. The next time it records will be part 2 of the Western Conference Finals, talking about every other team there. But this was the Eastern Conference Finals. All I got to say is...
Finals?
This is the Eastern Conference. all I gotta say is the NBA has looked fun. Like this is
It's fun. I'm so glad it's back.
This is a year I'm actually watching like teams, and I'm like, this team is either they can be very bad but very fun, or they're very good and very talented, and you want them like that's a team that can make a deep run, and that's all we're here for as fans, and spectators. That's all we ask for. But like Alex closed us out. Alex, great closeout by the way. But then this is another episode of the GTR Podcast. Thanks for watching again. Like Alex said, thanks for watching.
You good?
I'm good. I'm good. I just had a moment. But
rate 5 stars on YouTube. Rate 5 stars on Spotify. Like it on YouTube. Share whatever you want if you're feeling generous. And yeah, see y'all in the next one.
We're out. Peace.